In Job chapter 31, Job presents a comprehensive defense of his integrity, declaring his innocence before God and humanity. He begins by solemnly pledging his commitment to moral purity, vowing to avoid lustful thoughts and actions. Job expresses his fear of God's judgment and the consequences of sin, stating his willingness to be held accountable for his actions. Job then proceeds to list a series of moral and ethical standards that he claims to have upheld throughout his life. He asserts his integrity in various areas, including his treatment of his servants, his care for the needy and the orphaned, and his commitment to justice and honesty in his dealings with others. Job emphasizes his adherence to moral principles and his refusal to compromise his integrity, even in the face of temptation or pressure. Throughout his speech, Job maintains his confidence in God's justice and righteousness, trusting that he will ultimately vindicate him. He expresses his willingness to submit to God's judgment and invites him to examine his actions and motives. Job's words reflect his unwavering commitment to righteousness and his refusal to accept the accusations of wrongdoing leveled against him by his friends. Job's defense in chapter 31 serves as a powerful testament to his unwavering faith and integrity in the face of intense suffering and adversity. His words offer encouragement and inspiration to readers who are facing similar challenges, reminding them of the importance of maintaining moral purity and integrity even in the most difficult circumstances. Through Job's example, the book of Job highlights the importance of remaining steadfast in faith and righteousness, trusting in God's justice and mercy to prevail in the end. Let's now read Job chapter 31. I made a covenant with mine eyes, why then should I think upon a maid? For what portion of God is there from above? And what inheritance of the Almighty from on high? Is not destruction to the wicked? And a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity? Doth not he see my ways, and count all my steps? If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot hath hasted to deceit. Let me be weighed in an even balance, that God may know mine integrity. If my step hath turned out of the way, and mine heart walked after mine eyes, and if any blot hath cleaved to mine hands. Then let me sow, and let another eat, yea, let my offspring be rooted out. If mine heart have been deceived by a woman, or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door. Then let my wife grind unto another, and let others bow down upon her. For this is an heinous crime, yea, it is an iniquity to be punished by the judges. For it is a fire that consumeth to destruction, and would root out all mine increase. If I did despise the cause of my manservant or of my maidservant, when they contended with me. What then shall I do when God riseth up? And when he visiteth, what shall I answer him? Did not he that made me in the womb make him? And did not one fashion us in the womb? If I have withheld the poor from their desire, or have caused the eyes of the widow to fail. Or have eaten my morsel myself alone, and the fatherless hath not eaten thereof. For from my youth he was brought up with me, as with a father, and I have guided her from my mother's womb, if I have seen any perish for want of clothing, or any poor without covering. If his loins have not blessed me, and if he were not warmed with the fleece of my sheep. If I have lifted up my hand against the fatherless, when I saw my help in the gate. Then let mine arm fall from my shoulder blade, and mine arm be broken from the bone. For destruction from God was a terror to me, and by reason of his highness I could not endure. If I have made gold my hope, or have said to the fine gold, thou art my confidence. If I rejoiced because my wealth was great, and because mine hand had gotten much. If I beheld the sun when it shined, or the moon walking in brightness. And my heart hath been secretly enticed, or my mouth hath kissed my hand. This also were an iniquity to be punished by the judge, for I should have denied the God that is above. If I rejoiced at the destruction of him that hated me, or lifted up myself when evil found him. Neither have I suffered my mouth to sin by wishing a curse to his soul. If the men of my tabernacle said not, oh that we had of his flesh. We cannot be satisfied. The stranger did not lodge in the street, but I opened my doors to the traveler. If I covered my transgressions as Adam, by hiding mine iniquity in my bosom. Did I fear a great multitude, or did the contempt of families terrify me, that I kept silence, and went not out of the door? Oh, that one would hear me. Behold, my desire is, that the Almighty would answer me, and that mine adversary had written a book. Surely I would take it upon my shoulder, and bind it as a crown to me. I would declare unto him the number of my steps, as a prince would I go near unto him. If my land cry against me, or that the furrows likewise thereof complain. If I have eaten the fruits thereof without money, or have caused the owners thereof to lose their life. Let thistles grow instead of wheat, and cockle instead of barley. The words of Job are ended. This ends our reading of Job chapter 31.